each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these. Teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
The expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Here's Koncak after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Back to Webb, down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Tries again. And that's off the glass and in.
You know, part of what makes Malone such a good rebounder is his aggressiveness. I mean, and he also has a real nose for the ball.
And slam dunk by Jordan. Chicago, Atlanta. It's a special matchup. And these fans feeling a little extra electricity. From Michael Jordan in this one. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Malone with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Jumps up. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. Cartwright misses.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Here's Wilkins. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Pippen. And now for a little background on this superstar matchup, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jordan and Dominique have met up in the slam dunk contest twice, each winning once. It was just last year that Jordan won over Dominique in one of the most talked about and controversial dunk contests ever. I know fans are hoping we'll see the tie-breaking contest between the two someday. Maybe they'll settle for tonight's game. Back to you.
David, I can see it in my mind's eye. Those two going at it.
Dominique.
Clark, no question. They're two of the most skilled dunkers in today's game.
And, Kevin, it's just another thing that makes these meetings so electrifying, so must-see TV. Hard to beat getting to watch two gifted scorers like this go at each other.
And the athleticism is right just off the charts. The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Atlanta. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Antoine Carr, he's checked in for the Hawks. Tony comes in for Spud Webb.
Antoine Carr. Cedric Tony.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Wilkins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Now, here's Pippen. Jordan inside, working on Wilkins. Now here's Jordan, 5 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Smart play that time by Jordan, using the pump, baiting the defender, and he bit.
It's his first trip to the line. For the Hawks, Livingston comes in for Wilkins, and Smith subbed in for Doc Rivers.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Livingston. Smith surveying the D. That's tipped. Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with 2 expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed. It's good.
With the rock inside, hey, Willis has one thing on his mind. Let's go to work.
Chicago trailing. In the corner, it's Jordan. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's speed. Jordan's got 7.
Jordan letting the Hawks know his range is legit. He doesn't always have to penetrate. He can knock down the jumper, too.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Smith. Second shot opportunity. Tony, no luck.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Jordan gets it to go. And it's 9 points for Michael Jordan.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
Here's Smith, and the rejection by Pippen. Michael Jordan getting it done for Chicago. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. And the Hawks with possession here. They trail by 3.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA. Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
Willis has gone 3 for 5 from the field. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Wilkins. Malone is out there with Willis. And it's Rivers. And it's Webb in at the point guard position. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like it. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Wilkins, bounce pass, and then Malone with the dunk.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Now, here's Grant. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jordan.
Love the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball, inside and outside action.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And, Kevin, I think that speaks to, obviously, the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization, too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Looks like to me the coach wants to talk things over and make some changes. Got to stay flexible with your lineups.
He dishes it to Malone. You know, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right.
Known as being a top-tier rebounder, Malone is a commanding presence on both ends and a very valuable part of this team.
Jordan passes to Pippen. Back to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Air Jordan lifting off, and the Hawks could do nothing about it.
The Hawks leading. Webb kicks to Wilkins. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. An emphatic LU jam.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
Webb against Paxson. Outside Pippen. Feeds to Jordan. The shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Rivers kicks to Wilkins. The Hawks working the ball around. Rivers against Pippen. 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Willis and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 13. To the paint. Here's Grant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Dominique Wilkins.
Hard to corral Grant when he's focused on scoring, which is why he gets fouled.
Look, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Concac and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
It'll be a battle for sure.
Wilkins putting that staggering athleticism on full display with the wicked throwdown, really giving it to the Bulls. Jordan always eager to entertain the home crowd, putting on a show for these fans here.
Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan. Because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Now, here's Jordan. He's got 15. He gets that one. Grant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
For 3, Smith. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Pippen. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
Atlanta making a switch here. Tony's checked in. Now, here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Wilkins. Lets the three fly. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
Boy, they got lucky on that one.
Here's Pippen. And so the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last. Here's Jordan. Dishes it to Pippen. It's stolen by Tony. Outside Wilkins.
Chicago foul.
Livingston's checked in for Atlanta.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
Here's Smith.
Livingston.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Good strong take by Kenny Smith. A chance to add another.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Smith at the line for one.
Free throw good, Smith. Here's Paxson. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Jordan. Back to Paxson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Here's Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
That's why they call him Kenny the Jet. Smith can take flight now.
Bulls trail by 8. Puts one up from 19. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Takes it off the glass.
Kenny Smith.
Smith's got his third bucket of the night.
Hey, the defense had him wrapped up, but that's just terrific concentration by Smith to hit the shot.
Outside, Jordan. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on. Zero reason to rush here. No hurry. Make sure this is the last possession of the period.
Hawks foul. Antoine Carr. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Three seconds left. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Jordan's got 19 points.
I think Jordan could do this all day long. I mean, the mid-range areas are very comfortable. Area for him.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. Here's Webb. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Pippen is out there with Grant, and there's Cartwright. That's John Paxson, and it's Jordan in at the 2. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Now here's Jordan. He's got 19, and that's collected by Malone. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage, partner, that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, that's just a tough play from Levis. Taking the foul and still getting the shot in the air.
First trip to the line for him here. Atlanta making a switch here. Wilkins is checked in. Bulls trail by 9. Jordan with it. Picked up by Rivers. Jordan inside. Working on Wilkins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
And both free throws good for Jordan. Atlanta leading by 7. Passes it to Rivers. Back to Webb. Malone outside. And here's Rivers. 8 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Webb. That 3 off the mark.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively. The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pippen with the assist.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Rivers. Wilkins outside. Tipped away. Pippen with the steal. Goes up. And Pippen slams it in.
Yeah, Pippen, a fantastic defender, and knows when to pounce on passing lanes to come up with the steals. Watch out.
You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've led by as much as 10. Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Here's Jordan following the bucket by the Hawks. Atlanta making some changes. Carr, he's checked in for Livingston. And Smith subbed in for Webb.
Coming onto the floor for the
in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Wilkins. Wilkins has got 3 assists in the game. Michael Jordan rising up.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Wilkins kicks to Rivers. Now the pass to Smith.
2 minutes.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. 6 on the shot clock. Carr, no good. Bulls trail by 5.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Michael Jordan with the assist.
.133 left in the third quarter. Smith finds Wilkins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Rivers. Over Pippen. Rivers can't get it to go. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Michael Jordan. Back to Smith. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
To me, those are always hard calls for the officials. But I don't think he was set right there.
Kevin Willis is checked in for the Hawks. Tony comes in for Doc Rivers. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Now the feed to Tony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. And he makes both free throws. Now Paxson. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's stolen by Willis. Paxson against Tony. Over Paxson. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Hey, just putting in the work, doing the job. Grant does this every night. Rarely takes a game off in terms of his effort and tenacity.
Passes it to Wilkins. Up and in on the layup. Wilkins has got 8.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Hawks lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Webb. Willis is out there with Concat. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Tony in at the shooting guard. And Michael Jordan, no doubt, one of the greatest dunkers of this era.
You know, Jordan doesn't need any help there. I mean, his athleticism is really on another level.
The Hawks trailing. Outside Wilkins. Back to Webb. Takes the 13-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
Cedric Tony, first personal.
And he can't get the first
team foul.
Atlanta making some changes. Malone comes in for Willis. And it's Rivers in for Tony. Looking back at the third quarter, Clark, Jordan had the lead over Wilkins for points scored in that period.
And, Kevin, that could bode very well for MJ. Maybe some momentum coming into the fourth quarter where he has to continue to outduel Wilkins.
Atlanta calls timeout. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
But he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Chicago foul. John Paxson. Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Webb. Out to the right wing. Contact passes to Wilkins. Pass to Contact. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rivers. Rebound by the Bulls. Potent offense, Clark. It's been fun to watch.
Taking it right to this defense with aggressiveness and effectiveness. You know, once Jordan makes his move to the basket, he has no intention of stopping, which makes it hard to slow his progress. You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Count that one. Jordan's got 14 points here in the second half.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
The Bulls with the lead. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Jordan. Paxson passes to Jordan. And it's sent back by Wilkins. The Bulls need